what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you all stopping by. Today, I made a little video. I have a question, though. Does anybody know why Joe Biden always goes to Philadelphia, of all places, and decides he wants to be a dictator? This dude literally gives the most cringe speeches in the world every time he is in Philadelphia. It is so funny to me. Well, it might not just be Philly, Pennsylvania, the state of Pennsylvania. This dude is one of the worst presidents ever. He talks about upholding the law and democracy, and he literally does the opposite. It's so crazy. But look, we got some videos to get into, so I put together a little video of his original speech that he did in Philly. I believe it was like last year when he was looking like a dictator with all the red behind him. We got his new commercial that him and Kamala Harris just put out. And then we got a little bit of the speech today from Valley Forge, what I thought personally was comedy gold. It was hilarious. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
When he said Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans, I was waiting for like a rock band to come out and start like waving their hair around and everything.
Not every Republican embraces their extreme ideology. I know, because I've been able to work with these mainstream Republicans.
No, those are called rhinos, Joe. Those aren't real Republicans. Republicans in name only, bucko.
But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. And that is a threat to this country.
No, it's a threat to your Democratic, evil, liberal party. That's what it's a threat to. It's a threat to evil in the world. It's the opposite of what you're saying, actually. But it's fine because we know how you Democrats do. You guys like to tell us what you're doing in our faces, which is fine. But you try to act like we're the ones that's doing it when you know good well that it's the complete opposite. But carry on, Sleepy Joe. Carry on.
President, not a president of red America, blue America.
Oh, like that blood red in the background you got right there?
But of all America. And I believe it's my duty to level with you, to tell the truth, no matter how difficult, no matter how painful. True. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution.
What is a MAGA? I don't get it. Like, make America great again is... I'm trying to get the correlation between that and being evil, corrupt, liberal demon rats. There's no correlation. That's what you guys are. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you're literally saying make America great is evil. I don't get it. Like, this dude's the worst.
They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election.
Oh, the will of the people? Okay.
And they're working right now, as I speak, in state after state, to give power to decide elections in America to partisans and cronies, empowering election deniers.
Oh, kind of like, Colorado, Maine, what they tried to do in Michigan, for example. Is this what you're talking about? To give the states power? I'm kind of confused because it seems like that's what you guys are doing. But, they were telling us these things a couple years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. We know how evil they are.
To undermine democracy itself.
Democracy.
The forces are determined to take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love. They promote authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights, to the pursuit of justice, to the rule of law, to the very soul of this country. Stormed the United States Capitol on January 6th, brutally attacking law enforcement.
Lies.
Not as insurrectionists who placed a dagger at the throat of our democracy.
Yeah, because nobody was charged with an insurrection, you decrepit Like, bro, your brain is seriously mush right now. Your brain is mush, bro, because no one was charged with an insurrection. You guys got to stop saying these things when you can't show me one person that was charged with it.
But they look at them as patriots, and they see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election as preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections.
Rest in peace to Ashley Babbitt, by the way.
To nullify the votes of 81 million people. This time, they're determined to succeed in thwarting the will of the people. The central issue of my presidency. I believe in free and fair elections.
Oh, this is the new ad that they got out, by the way. This is so cringe. And it's all a bunch of lies. Now listen to this. I want to get you guys into this right now. I want to kind of give my opinion a little bit in the beginning before we go into it a little bit. If you guys will let me just kind of stick with me throughout the video, because at the end of the video, it's pretty good. So this whole time, right, if you watch throughout this whole entire ad, it's all about Donald Trump. But then in the speech, he goes on to say that Donald Trump's worried about the past. We got to worry about the future. But you're worried about the past. You're worried about everything that happened on January 6th. It really doesn't make any sense. It shows how much of liars these people are and what they'll say just to get your vote. You people need to stop being so brainwashed and just pay attention. Not the smart people. We know. Most of you guys that come here, you're smart.
And the right to vote fairly and have your vote counted. There's something dangerous happening in America. There's an extremist movement who does not share the basic beliefs in our democracy. All of us are being asked right now, what will we do to maintain our democracy? History's watching. The world is watching. Most important, our children and grandchildren will hold us responsible. The Vice President and I have supported voting rights since day one of this administration, and I ask every American to join me in this cause. America is still a place of possibilities where the power resides with we, the people. That's our soul. We are the United States of America. There is nothing beyond our capacity when we act together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
How cringe was that? How extremely cringe was that? That was so fake. Now watch what he gets into. We're about to get into this right here. Watch all the stuff he says. It's all contradictions. And I want to know who paid these people to sit in the audience and scream this.
Thank you. Please. Thank you. Please. Thank you very, very much. Today, the topic of my speech today is deadly serious. And
Okay.
I think it needs to be made at the outset of this campaign. National independence, not individual glory. America made a vow. Never again would we bow down to a king.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
He predicted, and I quote, with one heart and one mind, with fortitude and with patience, bowed. The choice is clear. Donald Trump's campaign is about him, not America, not you. Donald Trump's campaign is obsessed with the past, not the future.
Right. Just like your ad campaign was, right? That's literally what it was. My boy Sticks and Hammer, I don't know if you guys follow him or not. He's awesome. He kind of said it best right here. Wow. Valley Forge, man. This is a special place in our history. Here is the valley, men forged at the forge, and to forge our future in the steel. Back then they had iron. George Washington owned several smithies. Donald Trump never had a forge. Like, wow, this dude just talks in circles, and I swear Sticks just said it the best right there. This dude literally talks in circles and is completely incoherent, and I swear people, bite onto his every word like they understand what he's saying.
He's willing to sacrifice our democracy, put himself in power. Our campaign is different. For me and Kamala, our campaign is about America. It's about you. It's about every age and background that occupy this country. It's about the future. We're going to continue to build together. We're going to continue to build together. And our campaign is about preserving and strengthening our American democracy. 3 years ago tomorrow, we saw with our own eyes the violent mob storm the United States Capitol. It was almost in disbelief as you first turned on the television. For the first time in our history, insurrectionists had come to stop the peaceful transfer of power in America. First time. Smashing windows, shattering doors, attacking the police. Outside, gallows were erected as the MAGA crowd chanted, "Hang Mike Pence." Inside, they hunted for Speaker Pelosi. The House was chanting,
Where's
Nancy?
Nancy?
Through smashed windows. Where's Nancy? Over 140 police officers were injured. Jill and I attended the funeral of police officers who died as a result of the events of that day. Because of Donald Trump's lies, they died because these lies brought a mob to Washington. Imagine had he gone out and said, "Stop."
Yeah, you're right, Joe. Imagine if he told him to stop. Imagine.
And still, Trump did nothing.
I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time.
I mean, if I were writing a book of fiction.
So did he tell him, Joe? I mean, you told him that's what he should have done, right?
I said, an American president said that. And not in jest. He called, and I quote, the termination, quote, this is a quote, the termination of all the rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the U.S. Constitution, should be terminated if it fits his will. It's really kind of hard to believe.
Bro, Joe Biden, you don't even know what you're saying, bro. This is what's hard to believe, is that you don't even know what you're saying. Bro, this is hilarious.
Even found in the Constitution? The former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff with the death penalty said he should be put to death because the chairman put his oath to the Constitution ahead of his personal loyalty to Trump, who called, when he visited cemeteries, called dead soldiers suckers and losers. Remember that?
Yo, was that in the cue cards or something? Hey, make an angry face like you're upset. That was so hilarious. This is so funny how these people act like threat to democracy, yet they won't just let Trump run. Just let the dude run. It's clear as day what you're doing, that you're literally causing election interference. It's clear as day that you guys are using the DOJ as a political pawn. It's clear as day you're doing the same thing with the FBI by raiding Mar-a-Lago when you literally have documents yourself stored in your garage. Like, being in your garage is better than being in his bathroom in Mar-a-Lago, one of the most probably secured places in Florida. Like, it doesn't make any sense. These people literally tell you what they're doing just to do it. It's all pathetic at this point. I don't understand what these people cannot get past about Joe Biden. I don't understand it. It really makes no sense to me. But yo, I really appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out with me today. I know it's been a little bit since I did one of these videos. We're going to try and get back into them more and more. But yo, make sure you guys could check out one of these videos right here. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you could. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Peace.